Now, in this video, I will take you through the steps of wealth declaration using the TSC portal. And let's go through the steps. Step 1 is accessing the portal. In step 1, let's see how we access the portal. Now, we are told that Teachers Online system is a web-based system accessible using any browser, preferably Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. To access the portal, go to TSC website, www.tsc.go.ke, and that is where I am right now. Click on Online Services menu and go to the Teachers Online Service submenu as shown below. So let's do exactly that. So this is where now we are. Here we've got Online Services, and then we click Teachers Online Services over here. If you go to Online Service, there will be that drop down menu, and there are so many things you can do there. So if it is online payslip, you can see it, but we are interested in the Teachers Online Services, where we are going to access the wealth declaration. So let's click that. Now it opens in a different tab. You can always go back to where you were. So this one is a good feature because you don't need to use this arrow here to access the previous page. So once it opens in the new tab, that one is much better. Number 2, we also told that we could access that page by going to www.teachersonlineservices.go.ke. I want to try that and see whether it will open. So I'm told I type www.teachersonline as one word .go.ke. Let me see whether it will take me directly to that page. And it takes me directly to that page. So there are two methods. Either you can go to the teacher's website, TSC website, go to Online Services, drop down menu, and then click Teachers Online Service. Or you can just type this web address on your browser, www.teachersonline.go.ke. The moment you click it, it opens this page. So I can use any one of them, either this or this one. You can see it is just the same page. And then the next one is click on the Declaration of Income, Assets and Liabilities link at the top of the page to proceed. So when you look at the top of the page here, there is this link here. In fact, it is highlighted in red: Declaration of Income, Assets and Liabilities. You can click that. Let's see where it will take us. It will take us to another page that has got all this information as shown there. Let's see what we are expected to do here. So in step number 2 is creating password. This is for first-time users. And because I'm doing this, I'm also a first-time user, I'm going to create a password. So it asks you to enter the TSC number. So enter your TSC number in the field provided and click on the next button. So let me enter my TSC number. Like that. And then I click next. And I'm taken to another page where I think I'm prompted to enter a password. So set your preferred password and repeat to confirm. So let me set a password. So set your preferred password and repeat to confirm. Click next to move to the next step. So over here, once I've entered it once, let me see what I need to do. There should be a next button somewhere around here. Let me just click login. So I think the system detects that I'm not a first time user, and therefore I've clicked the tab which shows that I've forgotten my password. So it asks me, the moment I click the fact that I've forgotten my password, it takes me to this page here, recover your password. Please enter your TSC number to search for your account. And that is what I'm going to do. Now, resetting your password. Please enter the verification code sent to your mobile phone. And now I've got a note in my phone and tells me that there is a code that has been sent. So let me check that one. And indeed, there is a verification code. So I'm asked to enter that code here. So let me do exactly that. And I click here to continue. And indeed now it takes me to a sign up page. Here, it's just the basic information. There is my first name, middle name, last name, TSC number, ID or passport number. There is my phone number over there. There is my email. The email will be used for resetting password and receiving notification. That one is okay. And now I'm being asked to set the new password. Let me do exactly that. Then I've got to confirm the password. Once I've confirmed that, remember you can always click here to see what you are writing. Then I click next. Then I think it takes me to the login page. Let me put this one away. I don't need it for now. I think it takes me to the login page, whereby now I'm supposed to enter the TSC number and I guess this one is the new password that I've just created. Let me do exactly that and see what happens. Now let me click login. And now I'm able to log in into the wealth declaration page. Of course, I can allow my browser to remember this password. There is no problem because this is my computer. Like I've always advised, if you're using a computer which is not yours, it's not wise to allow that browser in that computer to remember your password, because somebody else will just be able to access your account very easily. But because I'm using my own computer, I can do that. And remember here, I'm not using the mobile phone, I'm using a computer. The reason why I'm using a computer is because a computer has got a larger screen, unlike a mobile phone, which hides most of the information. A mobile phone, you keep on scrolling with your finger and you can accidentally touch a wrong tab. However, I will also take you through the process, or through the same process when you're using a mobile phone. But for now, let's use the computer screen. So I'm here. And let's see now what I do with this page. So here I'm advised to select Wealth Declaration menu and click on the General Info as shown below. So there is a drop-down menu here written Wealth Declaration. And the moment I put my cursor there, there is a drop-down menu. And I'm advised to go to General Info. So let me click that and see what I get. So I get this page, general information. And by the way, on this page, if you want to know that you've logged in correctly, your name will appear on the far right hand side here. There appear to be some kind of an arrow there. I think, let me just click and see what it gives me. This one shows my profile It's also a sign out tab. I can click here to see my profile. I can sign out at any moment. And of course, there's some kind of test here. I don't know what this test is all about. However, let me just proceed with the rest of the sections. We are in step 3, where we have selected general info, the general information and bio data. Number 1, you're asked to read through the general information and click A, BI annual for declaration done every 2 years. But first of all, let me read through this page and see what it has. Section A, general information. The Public Officer Ethics Act 2003 on declaration of income, assets and liabilities. Section 26, Part 1, every public officer shall once every 2 years, blah, blah. I think this is part of the legality of this procedure. Note, a separate statement is required for the officer and each spouse and dependent child under the age of 18 years. I think this is important. A separate statement is required for the officer, that is yourself, and each spouse, that is your spouse, and any dependent children under the age of 18 years. Bullet 2, statement date. The first day of the month preceding the month in which the declaration is due. Example, if the statement date is 1st November 2017, then it means that declaration should cover the period 1st November 2017 to 31st October 2019. Both dates include inclusive. Note, this is already predefined by the Commission. I think this one is a good thing. So they have already set the starting date of this declaration and when it is being made. Starting November 1st, 2017, ending October 31st, 2019. And then the status. There is this green tab here written editable. I think on this tab, you don't need to touch that, but there is this green tab here. Next, BI annual. So read through the general information and click BI for declaration done every 2 years. Let me see whether there is anything down there. I can't scroll, so everything in this page fits. So I'm prompted to click BI. There's an arrow here. Let me see what this arrow is all about. So once I click that, it opens up a different page altogether. And BI is, we click BI annual for declaration done every 2 years. And I think that is what I'd like to do, because you can see it starts from 2017 to 2019. Part B, starting declaration for newly employed staff, and C, exit declaration for exiting employees. For me, it detects BI annual as what I need to enter because 1, I'm not starting this declaration. Number 2, I'm not an exiting declaration. I'm not doing an exit declaration for those who are exiting. So the system has already chosen the basic information for me. And once that happens, fill in the basic details in the fields provided. Click on next button below the page to save and proceed. So let me go through my the basic information here. So let me see basic details, fill in place of birth, current postal address, marital status, permanent address. On completion, click next to save and proceed to the next step. So there is Nakuru East Division. There is first name. There is my mobile phone number. There is my date of birth here. It's correct. There is a marital status here. There is current post town. It's shown there. There is permanent postal town. It's also here. There is the home county here. I think I have to select. Let me look at the other details. There is my school over here. There is my email. There is gender, current postal address, permanent postal address. There is something about KCSE main grade here. And given that I never did KCSE, I did the old advanced level syllabus. Let me click on this downward menu to see what it gives me. And I can see it shows all these details. Yes, there is 3 principals, two principals, subsidiary, pass, arts, and so forth. So over here, when it comes to principles and all that, these were the qualifications for the A-level system. There is also the qualifications for the KCE system. That is, in the old system of education, you had to go to up to Form 4 and then 2 more years for the advanced level. So I guess here they want you to enter the highest that you obtained as far as high school is concerned. So I'm going to choose one here that pertains to my qualification in the A-level system. And then there is something about sub-county here. How about the highest education level? Let me check on that one too. There is all the education levels here, and I can say, let me choose the one which pertains to me, and I have it there. Then there's something about the home county. Let me choose my home county over here, and I have my home county. Where is it? Where is it? It's here. The good thing is that all this is a drop-down system, and really, it is really very easy. Let me choose the sub-county over here. Sub-county, entered. Impairment type. What is this? It's mental, visual, physical, speech, autistic, multiple, hearing, none. You can choose the one which pertains to you. Again, it's a drop-down menu, so there is no problem here. Let's look at the category. What is all this about category? Let me look at the drop-down menu. There is ECD, there is primary, there is post-primary. I think it's actually where you're teaching. Are you in primary school? Are you ECD? Are you post-primary? I'm going to choose the correct one for myself. Let's see. Main subject details. Your main subject. Of course, drop-down menu gives all the subject. Choose the one which is your main subject, and then other subject grade. Let me see. You choose the grade that corresponds to the other subject. Main subject grade. Now over here, let me see, category. Post-primary, that's where you're teaching. Your main subject details. You choose your main subject there. And I think this one has got nothing to do with the performance of your subject. It's about your own qualification. I think so. If that is not the case, you can always go back and change. Go ahead and fill in all the drop-down menus there. There is other subject. Let me see. If you've got another subject there, you can be able to show. And other subject grade. Let me see. You enter the subject, the grade for the other subject. And then there is previous for general information. That is, you can click this tab here to go to the previous page. Otherwise, click next. So this is where you fill in the basic details in the fields provided, and click on next button below the page to save and proceed. So let me click this and see what happens. And here we proceed to the next page. Let's see what we have in this page. This is step number 4. And I'm doing this at home. You can hear a lot of disturbance in the background there. So let's look at step 4. Declaring income in assets and liabilities. Number 1, click on the appropriate tab to capture the liabilities, income, and assets statements. Click on the Add Save button below each category, liabilities, income, and assets, to add more records. Let's see. So let me first of all fill the basic information here. So there is a tab here, Add and Save. Let me see what we have. Income, assets, liabilities. Section B, income statement. This includes, but not limited to, salary and emoluments and income from investment. The period is from the previous statement date to the current statement date. For initial declaration, the period is the year ending on the statement date. Description. Insert name or the description. Only one item should be entered at a time. So I guess they are talking about this. This includes but not limited to salary. So I can just write salary over here. And then the approximate amount, you enter it here. It has detected that I've not entered anything over there. So let me enter that. Salary. They've told me only one item should be entered at a time. Approximate amount. But over here, I'm supposed to enter a value. Enter value amount of the above described item, e.g. 1,000. Amount cannot be blank. So remember here, it cannot be blank. Click next if not applicable. And of course, here, once I enter this amount, I've got to add or save the income. And then I click next. Then add, save button. I think they are one and the same thing. Let me click that and see what happens on the right. Immediately I enter that value. It shows up here. Salary, this much. Income, and then there is the owner. Over there, it is very small. It's written personal, which is okay. Actions. What is all this about actions? Let me click and see. There is a button here that allows me to delete that information that I've entered there. So if it is wrong, I can obviously delete. Let me see. There is also an allowance for me to be able to do the editing. Section B, income statement. This includes but not limited to that. They are giving me more information. And then if there are any changes, I do the changes here. And then I click save the changes. And I think they will appear there. It is allowing me to add something else here which will appear here. For now, I just need to enter the salary. And let me click next and see what happens. So next. Always remember, if you reach a point and you cannot be able to proceed, you just go to your profile here and log out. Research on that and then come back and continue. And remember, it allows you to make changes. So that one was income. Let's look at assets. Assets as of the statement date includes but not limited to land, buildings, vehicles, investments, and financial obligations owed to the person for whom the statement is made. So you enter it here. You enter the asset as of that date, because we have finished with the income. Now we are on assets. I believe we'll go to liabilities. You enter it here, approximate amount, and if you click save, it will appear here. But there's something here. Click next if not applicable. So because I'm not sure of this part, I'll click next. And definitely it will take me to liabilities. Again, I've got to repeat the section on liabilities. As of the statement date includes but not limited to the financial obligations owed by the person submitting the statement. Again, over here, there is the description of the liability. Maybe you've got a bank loan or something like that. That one is a liability. You can enter here. But they have said only one item should be entered at a time. Maybe that particular bank loan, and then maybe it is a cooperative loan. You enter it there, approximate amount, and then click next. Again, because I don't have all the details at my fingertips, I'm going to click next. But remember, you can always go back to it and do a few changes, or even delete a complete entry. Let me click next here at the end and see what happens. So the only item I've entered there was salary. Once I click next, I go to step 5, capturing spouses and dependents. Capturing spouses and dependents. You've got a section here where you capture information of your spouse and the children under the age of 18 years. The name of the spouse, middle name, last name, relationship. It is, of course, your spouse, ID or passport number of your spouse, of course, gender. This is the gender of your spouse, and then you click add. So let me do exactly that. Of course, you click on the right relation. Is it a spouse? Is it a child? The ID number you enter here is the ID of your spouse. And of course, the moment you enter the information for your spouse, click here to add. Of course, the moment you click, it goes to your right. Repeat the procedure for each of your children under the age of 18 years. And then finally, you can always go back to the previous page to preview the information. Otherwise, the moment you're through with this, you just click next. Let's see what happens in this page. You are taken to a page. Over here, click on the appropriate tab to capture liabilities, income, asset statements for your spouse and dependents as you have entered them. That is this section F. Now it prompts me to enter this information for the spouse spouse. So other relevant information and declaration. Indicate other information that may be useful or relevant. If not applicable, click on next to proceed. So at this point, I'm going to enter that information and then I click next to proceed. And then it takes me to the witness page. I think this is step 7. Step 7, capturing the witness details and viewing declaration summary. Over here, you've got to have a witness. Enter the witness details in the fields provided and click Save. If you wish to make corrections or edit, click on the navigation menu on the left and use the previous button below. Complete declaration by clicking on the Submit button below, and a copy will be sent to your email. So of course you enter the name of the witness over here, first name, last name, middle name, and then the address and ID or passport number. So let me enter the information of my witness. But if you do not have this information, does it allow me to proceed without? No, it doesn't allow me to proceed without entering the information of the witness. So that one, I think that one is important. So let me get the details of my witness. So as soon as you enter all the information of the witness, you can click Save. It tells me it cannot save because please fix the following items. ID or passport number cannot be left blank. So it has accepted to save there the moment you complete all the details of the witness. Let me see the next step after entering the details of the witness. So however, I've just saved the information about the witness, and it says if you wish to make corrections or edit, click on the navigation menu on the left to use the previous button below here, previous or view summary, and then submit. Complete declaration by clicking on submit button below, and a copy will be sent to your email. So I will do exactly that because I've completed this to the best of my knowledge, and I can view the summary if I want. Let me just click that and see whether that is possible. It opens on a different page here. This will be my summary. Name of the public officer, shows my name, date of birth, marital status, address, employment income, and let me see, financial statement for November 1st, 2019, statement date, all that information, description, all that, and it ends at this point. And I think this is good enough for me. So I will go back here and do the submission. So I'll come here and submit. Once I do that, a copy will be sent to my email. So let me submit. So it informs me that we have sent a copy of your wealth declaration statement to the email. So there is my email there. I can also see that I've got a notification in my phone. Let me see whether it has anything to do with that. But there is a notification here from TSC Kenya addressed to me, and it says that dear, my name is there, your declaration DIAL for 2017-2019 has been submitted successfully. So you get a notification in your phone. That is if you have registered with the TSC SMS, or you were asked to do that sometimes back, and we've been getting messages from the TSC. So I will now go to my email and see whether it is there. And that is the process that I've followed. It is quite It was quite long because I'm not familiar with it. I'm doing it just like any other person out there so that you can see the kind of hurdles that maybe I would go through. It's not that I've done it before. I'm also doing it for the first time. So I decided to capture this video to show you how you can also do it. In the next video, I'm going now to use a mobile phone to access the same.